This anime season was actually unreal. I couldn't choose what to watch because every single anime looked so good. I wanted to watch all of them. And what? I blinked and the season is over, which means it's time to choose their best anime of 2026. And we start with Needy Girl Overdose. This anime feels like having a mental breakdown while doom scrolling TikTok at 3 am. And somehow, I mean that positively. Needy Girl Overdose follows a streamer trying to become the biggest internet idol while slowly destroying herself psychologically. And honestly, this anime understands internet culture way too well. Parasocial relationships, validation addiction, online loneliness, digital self destruction. This anime takes every terrible part of internet culture and turns it into emotional damage. Also, visually, this anime is amazing. Everything looks colorful, cute, and aesthetic, while the characters are literally collapsing mentally, which somehow makes it even more disturbing. TikTok is already obsessed with this anime, and honestly, yeah, I get it. Next is top psychological anime of this season, The Liar Game. Finally, a psychological anime where characters actually use their brains. Liar Game is basically what happens if you mix Death Note, Kaiji, and Tomodachi Game together. People manipulate each other, betray each other, and emotionally destroy each other for money. And the best part? Nobody feels safe. Every episode feels stressful, like the author personally wants you to lose trust in humanity. The mind games are genuinely good. Not fake anime genius logic, actual strategy, actual tension, actual manipulation. Also, Anime Tutor is already fighting over whether the protagonist is a genius or a psychopath, which means the anime is doing its job. Next is the anime that no one expected to be that good, but it is Akane Banashi. This anime had absolutely no right being this good. Akane Banashi is about Rakugo, which sounds like the least exciting thing imaginable. Like, wow, people sitting and telling stories. Incredible! But somehow this became one of the most emotional anime of the season. The main character, Akane, is genuinely amazing. She's stubborn, talented, and completely obsessed with proving herself. And every performance scene feels more intense than actual battle shonen fights. No, seriously, this anime somehow turns storytelling into combat. Also, direction is incredible. The visuals constantly change depending on emotion and performances, and it makes every scene feel alive. This honestly feels like one of those anime people will call a masterpiece in like 3 years. Number 4 is the anime that blew up in all social medias. Marriage Toxin. This anime is a pure chaos. The main character is an assassin who suddenly needs to get married and start a family, which already sounds insane. And somehow the anime gets even weird from there. Marriage Toxin mixes action, romance, and comedy in a way that honestly shouldn't work, but it does. The fights are great, the comedy actually lands, and the chemistry between characters is surprisingly wholesome. Also, this anime changes tone every 5 minutes. 1 second, it's cute romance. The next second, somebody's trying to murder someone. Honestly, this feels like the type of anime that randomly becomes a cult classic later. Top 3 is opened by mysterious but so beautiful Agents of Four Seasons. This anime is beautiful. Like genuinely one of the prettiest anime I have seen in years. People are already comparing it to Violent Evergarden because of the visuals and atmosphere. And honestly, that comparison feels deserved. Everything here feels soft and emotional. The backgrounds look like paintings, the music is incredible, and every scene feels almost dreamlike. The story follows begins connected to the seasons themselves, and the entire world feels magical in the best possible way. This is the type of fantasy anime that makes you want to pause every 5 seconds just to look at the art. Also, spring anime about spring itself? That's kinda iconic. And the second most popular anime of this season is the anime from a real popular author. Yes, it's Demons of the Shadow Realm. Okay, this anime is dark. Demons of the Shadow Realm comes from the creators of Full Metal Alchemist, and honestly, you can feel it immediately. The world building is amazing, the mystery is super interesting, and the characters already feel iconic. The anime follows twins connected to supernatural beings called demons, and basically everything gets worse every episode, which is exactly how dark fantasy should work. Also, the atmosphere is incredible. Everything feels dangerous and unpredictable, like nobody is truly safe. And can we talk about the hype? Because anime fans have been waiting years for another huge fantasy series from this author, and somehow this anime is actually living up to expectations. This is definitely one of the anime people are going obsessed over for a very long time. And finally, the anime that everyone was talking about this spring is Witch Hat Atelier. Yeah, nothing else was beating this. Witch Hat Atelier is not just the best anime of spring 2026. It's one of the most beautiful anime we have gotten in years. Every frame looks like a painting. The magic system is creative, the world feels alive, and the atmosphere feels genuinely magical. The story follows a girl named Coco who discovers the hidden truth about magic and enters the world of witches. And honestly, watching this anime feels magical in the most literal way possible. This anime gives the same feeling people had watching Free Run for the first time. That feeling where you completely stop touching your phone because the anime is too beautiful to ignore. Also, the soundtrack. Insane. The animation. Insane. The backgrounds. Insane. This genuinely feels like one of those anime people will still talk about 10 years later. And honestly, I completely understand why. So, this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please share in the comments what is your favorite anime of 2026 spring season. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. I'm Polly. I talk about anime, you listen and watch. See ya!